hand out of my face.
You came up to me. You have to step back.
Disrupting the meeting.
I am talking. I am in a public.
Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called First Amendment.
I'm telling you right now,
this is my 5 minutes. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has commanded they arrest me.
You are a public servant. You are supposed to serve the people, not arrest people who criticize you. Your complaint that you filed for cyberbullying. How big of a coward do you have to be to press charges on an activist for cyberbullying? I don't see the city attorney trying to stop me from reading it. The last time you bullied a member of the public from reading this statement, and I dare you to try and do it to me.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. 2 months ago, I covered a story out of Union City, New Jersey, where the mayor, Brian Stack, had fellow activist Leroy Truth arrested at a public meeting for peacefully exercising his First Amendment right to criticize and expose Mayor Stack for his tyranny and corruption. Simply covering the story wasn't enough for me, so I decided to go to Union City myself to confront Mayor Brian Stack. Let's get into it.
My name is Sean Paul Reyes. Good evening, Board of Commissioners and Mayor Brian Stack. I just want to say first, I think it's completely disrespectful and in violation of the law to have the city clerk here, to have the clerk facing away from the public. I was sitting right in the front and I couldn't hear a word she said. That's not for transparency. That is not letting the public know what's going on in these meetings. I'm sure no one could hear her clearly. I was sitting in front of everybody and I couldn't hear her clearly at all. That being said, Mayor, I've heard a lot about you, a lot of horrible things about you, and I've seen you engage in horrible behavior. You recently had a man, an activist, arrested for free speech. You had him arrested at a meeting just like this one for exercising his First Amendment right.
Excuse me, I have a First Amendment right, and I am not, you're disrupting me. You are hurting my First Amendment right right now.
Not disrupt the commissioner, please.
Excuse me, I'm talking, this is my 5 minutes. No, I don't have to respect anybody. This is my 5 minutes.
You gotta get your time back.
No.
Reclaim your time.
Harassment has to end. This is not harassment. Step back. No, there is no statute of law that says have to be behind the podium. There is no statute of law. I am in a public.
Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called First Amendment.
Do you want to get arrested? Is that what you want?
No, I do not want to get arrested.
Right,
but I want to exercise.
Disrupting the meeting. This is a limited forum.
No,
there's
you are
certain rules here.
disrupting
Time, place, and manner.
This is my.
I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
Get your hand
Your
out of my
hands
face.
are in his face, sir.
Your
hands are in his face.
De-escalate. Your hands are in my face.
I'm de-escalating. You're not listening.
You're not de-escalating.
You have disrupted
You're escalating.
my 5 minutes.
You're not listening.
You're
I'm going to
disrupting
tell you
my
one
5
more
minutes.
time. They told you were disrupting the meeting. Either you sit down or get behind the podium.
You give me the statute or law that says I have to stand behind the podium, and I will go there.
You don't have to sit.
You can go back there. And
You cannot
What are you talking about?
What law says I can't be here? You give me the statute or law, and I will
I'm
go
telling you,
back
it's a
there.
limited forum. You're disrupting a commission meeting.
Time, place, and manner, brother.
All right, so I'm not going to play with you anymore.
A limited
Are you
form
gonna
is
go behind
time,
there?
place,
No
and
one,
manner.
everyone,
go behind there?
everyone has
Are you
protected my
going to
rights.
go behind the podium?
I don't have to go behind the
You're
podium.
disrupting the meeting. I'm telling you right now,
This
you're
is
disrupting
my
the meeting.
5
Arrest him.
minutes.
Your time has already expired,
Turn
sir,
around.
so you're going to have to go. Your time is
Hey, don't strong arm me. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist. Here, take that. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has commanded they arrest me. Don't strong arm me. And I was arrested because I was exercising my First Amendment right, and they were attempting to make me go behind a podium. There is no statute or law that says I have to go behind a podium. I'm in a public area in front of the rope right here.
Which is completely abhorrent and in violation of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. You are a public servant. You are supposed to serve the people, not arrest people who criticize you, not threaten them. You are supposed to uphold your oath that you took to uphold the United States Constitution. Now I have here, I've investigated a lot of mayors across the country. You hold dual positions. Another mayor that comes to mind holds dual positions. You're a state senator or a mayor. The mayor I'm referring to is Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor. She's also a supervisor as well. But not even the most corrupt mayor in America, and you might be competing for that award, arresting people and imprisoning them, but not even Mayor Tiffany Henyard would have a journalist arrested for exercising his rights at a board meeting, freedom of speech, and then intimidating another member of the public with your police department.
I just wanted to read two of these comedy political comedy pieces here. One of them authored by Police Chief Anthony Ficini, the other one authored by Brian Stack. It's basically a criminal charges towards Leroy here. Let's read this here.
This is in reference to a pending litigation matter. Is that appropriate for...
I don't care. I'm going to read it anyway. Am I allowed to speak about it?
You're not allowed to speak about it.
I'm not allowed to speak. Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
So you're disrupting...
With purpose to harass another, make or cause to be made communication or communications in a manner likely... This is a public document, first
Please
of all.
show this gentleman to his seat.
To cause annoyance or alarm, specifically... This is my time.
He told you can't read the paper.
I don't care what he
It's a
thinks.
limited form. You have to care because it's a limited form.
What does that mean?
It's under the OPMA rules. You have to sit down.
So I
It's a
can't
limited
read-
form. He's telling, that's a legal proceeding that's going on with that.
So?
You need to sit down. We told you once, we're not going to tell you again. You need to sit down.
There's no statute.
Can I talk about something
You need
else
to sit
then?
down.
I'll
You
talk,
need to sit down,
statute.
sir.
I'll talk about something else then.
Oh yeah, talk about something else, but you can't talk about.
They literally told him what he could talk about when he can't. That's
So I can't talk about his
not true.
public charges? Okay, then we'll talk about something else. I mean, look at his body language right there. How awkward that is. Okay, so
From speaking on this, your complaint that you filed for cyberbullying. How big of a coward do you have to be to press charges on an activist for cyberbullying? These are your words. Within the jurisdiction of this court with purpose to harass another, the defendant did engage, the activist, the defendant, in a course of alarming conduct with purpose to alarm or seriously annoy the victim of Mr. Brian Stack. So you're a victim, Mayor Stack. You're a victim of criticism and free speech in this country. And the last time, I don't see the city attorney trying to stop me from reading it. The last time you bullied a member of the public from reading this statement. And I dare you to try and do it to me. Because I'm not going to tolerate it and I'm going to hold you accountable. So go ahead, try and stop me from exercising my First Amendment right. The victim, Brian P. Stack, specifically presenting himself to Mr. Stack's place of business. You mean City Hall, where it's open to the public? The People's House? How dare he go to City Hall on multiple occasions, yelling for him to resign from his office due to the corrupt nature of his position within the city. Sounds like a statement of fact. In addition, the defendant also has presented himself to other locations, you mean campaign events, with the intent to interrupt private events, no campaign events. Lastly, the defendant has continuously created public posts on multiple social media platforms. Oh, the horror, Mayor Stack. Multiple posts using Mayor Stack's image in an attempt to question his integrity, excuse me, this is horrible grammar here, in question by writing several derogatory remarks against him or anyone that is related to him, causing alarm or annoyance in violation of NJSA 2C33-4C. You, a mayor of Union City, press charges against the man for criticizing you and posting political memes on social media. You should be ashamed of yourself. Not only did you do it, your police chief did it, Anthony Ficini. I got another one right here. Within the jurisdiction of this court, with purpose to harass another, cause or make communications in a manner likely to cause annoyance or alarm, utilizing social media platforms to denigrate the victim, Mr. Anthony Ficini. If I was one of these officers in here, I would be ashamed that my police chief is referring to himself as a victim of cyberbullying. I would be completely ashamed. What a wuss. He's literally pressing charges against an activist for cyberbullying, for exercising his First Amendment right. City attorney, you're not doing a good job if you're not advising the mayor here of what is the First Amendment, and you have the right to criticize members of public servants. That is our First Amendment right, and you are failing him as an attorney. You should know better. But apparently you don't, because you engaged in the conduct that led to an arrest of a free man for his political speech. It's absolutely abhorrent. I traveled here from Long Island, New York. I'm not working for anybody. I work for myself. I work for the people to confront you, Mayor Stack, about these cyberbullying charges by you and the police chief. Would any one of these officers file charges against a member of the public for criticism? You're a disgrace, Mr. Stack. Do the right thing and drop the charges that you filed against Leroy.
All right, hello, Mayor Stack and the board. And I'm going to project my voice since we do not have a microphone, even though your lying lawyer was alluding that there was a microphone to the judge, Jablonski, in my hearing. Now, Senator Stack head of the Judiciary Committee, Stack, Mayor Stack, it is also disgusting how you and the other board members are ignoring everyone. But this is for you, Stack. Mayor Brian Stack, you have created Union City, New Jersey, to be a rape cage. I'm going to say that again in case you missed it. You, Brian Stack, who are ignoring we the people, playing with papers. Wendy, you should get his papers away. He's got some major ADD here, apparently. You, Mayor Brian Stack, have created Union City, New Jersey, to be a rape cage. It is safe haven for sexual assaulters and sexual predators. I'm going to read something from a woman who was raped by your best friend, Lieutenant Sergio de Rojas. And all of you, in fact, you know what, Stack? You're dismissed. You're useless. In fact, you're one of these people who was alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman, a pastor. Now, Margie Martinetti, Wendy Garone, as women, I would think you would care about the 3 women who were alleged to be sexually assaulted as city workers, who for 6 months now have been ignored by you, Mayor Stack. They went to your office to meet with you to get you to stop Alicia Moore Home from retaliating against them. You not only ignored them and refused to see them, you called the police on them. How dare you? Of course, alleged sexual predators are going to protect people like alleged predator Raul Janau. Now let's read some of the actual words of police dispatcher who says she was raped by your great friend who you want to give a new job to in the Board of Education, or your personal driver or your personal bodyguard, Lieutenant Sergio de Rojas. And I hope any female police officer does not cross paths with Lieutenant de Rojas and get raped by him like he did to this police dispatcher, female here. She writes, which you received this and covered up for this guy, this rapist. Dear sir, I hereby make this formal complaint of sexual harassment and retaliation and ask that an immediate investigation and appropriate response action occurs. From March 2009 to the end of June 2009, I was sexually harassed by Sergeant Sergio de Rojas. You gave him a promotion, little Brian. You reward sexual predators in Union City. Fact, he's a lieutenant now. You just let him retire in disgrace, too. During this time period, he constantly called me, was in my work area constantly, asked me to come with him to get keys, called me sweetie and honey and other names, came to my house, propositioned me at work, asked me to go to dinner, offered me rides home, told me that he would make work better for me if I had sex with him, asked me to give him oral sex, asked me to go out with him, offered the money, grabbed his crotch in front of me and said, look what you're missing. Accused me of giving other guys oral sex and said, why not me? This is Lieutenant Sergio de Rojas, your best friend. He grabbed my derriere, he pulled my arms, he grabbed my face. I was terrified of losing my job. He kept after me again and again and again. I asked to be transferred in April 2009 away from Sergeant de Rojas. It was rejected by you, Mayor Stack. I was terrified of losing my job because I was telling Sergeant de Rojas to stop. I did not want to do it. However, on June 19, 2009, he came in and he said, today's today, while she was working in the precinct. I was in terror. He was in full uniform, and he was my supervisor. He told me, today's the day you are going to blow me. He pulled down his pants and pulled over a chair. Your best friend, Mayor Stack, Lieutenant Sergio de Rojas, who you want to give a no-show job in the Board of Education or make your personal bodyguard or your personal driver. And I will not allow that to happen, period. She was in terror. He was in full uniform. He told me, today's the day you're going to blow me. He pulled down his pants and pulled over the chair. I told him, no. I said, listen, man, I don't want to do it. He kept telling me to do it. I told him, no. We are working. Please let me go. He kept saying, I want it. I need it. You're not nice to me. Please, please, dispatcher. Over and over and over and over again, I told him no. Finally, I snapped. I did it. I was disgusted by it. And then, after it was done, she was retaliated against by you, Mayor Stack. She asked that, do the right thing.
All right, fellow patriots, if you haven't subscribed to Leroy Truth Investigations, I will leave a link to his channel in the description below. He is doing good work for we the people. Stay tuned to both of our channels for updates on Mayor Brian Stack. He cannot be allowed to arrest and silence journalists who are exposing him and his corrupt regime. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.